To all the panicky masses out there, shut the fuck up and sit down. Got some news coming your way. As it stands, y'all need to fucking calm your shit. Because the more deadly part of this virus isn't the fucking virus. It's your panic. Your panic is killing people, and that's being added up in the total of deaths associated with the virus. You're all fucking scared over nothing. It's people's fear in particular that is causing the death. It has nothing to do with the virus whatsoever. You look at the actual numbers, you go into the fucking actuals, you find out either A, they had heart problems, B, they were in a fucking car accident, C, they shot themselves, D, they fucking had an immune system issue which made it so that their immune system was incapable of fighting off a virus like, i.e. cancer, psychological issues, including anxiety that caused a person to commit suicide over the fact that they're afraid of a coronavirus. Yeah. Not to piss anyone off, for sure. Something that bothers me 100% is that anybody who knows any damn thing about virology and immunology, y'all know that the best thing for you is to catch the virus and get over the hump. And that not catching the virus per se, or for actuals, not catching a virus of a similar ordination, is more than likely what would cause you to become deathly ill. Because your immune system has no way of fighting it until it finally realizes, oh my God, there's something wrong. And I've got to fight back now, and I've got to give it everything. Where's the freaking football? Let me get the finger on the button. Your immune system goes nuclear. And that's the difference. That's why you end up getting so sick that you end up dying from it. It's not the virus. The virus isn't killing people. It's not boosting your immune system. Having been sick before with a virus of a similar make, type. That's not coronavirus. I smoke. And I ain't smoked in about an hour and a half, so I got the chuckles. Anyways. Number one reason why folks are dying from this virus is the panic. Other people panicking. Now, say the person was infected with the virus, okay, and they're not showing any symptoms, they're not sick or whatever, but they get into a head-on collision on the road out there on PCH in, say, PCH in Normandy out in LA. They get into a head-on collision because that corner's really nasty. Well, the one person died from a car accident. The other person died from the coronavirus. That don't make no damn sense. How do you die from a coronavirus when you had your neck snapped in a car accident? Because you were driving, panicking to the store because you had to get your freaking toilet papers. Had to get your hands on some of that bottled water, that liquid gold. So you panicked, and instead of going and just saying, fuck it, I'll go burn a flagstaff or something, and then make that into charcoal and make myself some freaking clean water at home, I'm gonna go kill somebody, and possibly myself, racing my ass off down to fucking PCH in Normandy, trying to get across the road over there to the Costco, wipe out, kill a mother and her daughter, and, you know, kill my kid at the same time as I die from snapping my neck across the fucking steering wheel because I was too much of a dumbass to go and put on my fucking seatbelt, even though my kid survived because his ass put on a seatbelt. And I get counted as a fucking coronavirus victim. The fuck, y'all? And that's the reality of it, is that you die in a car accident, you die from a fucking... You slip and fall and snap your neck, or slip and fall and get a concussion and it puts you in a coma and you die. But you had a coronavirus at the time. Well, your death gets added to the tally. Because you panicked. Now there's a fucking another tally on that coronavirus. Instead of somebody saying, oh, well, you know, that was a... Somebody fucking did a header with their front bumper, the other feller's front bumper, because they were in a hurry to get down there to the old Costco, get some waters and some food and whatnot, and toilet paper, good old mountain money. And they couldn't help themselves. They just had to careen into another car. But, you know, and it's probably because of this coronavirus. They go and they ask the folks around the town or whatever. No, they don't. They don't ask nobody. I'm just filling in here, giving some filler. But you go and you ask around town and whatever. Is this person coughing, sneezing, whatnot? And they don't do this vector analysis, all right? But they should. Because the reality is that 641,000 people would be 1,000 people. All of them elderly or under the age of 4. We have to question reality, folks. What's being realistic here? Or is it the CDC and Jeffersonian Institute or whatever freaking... I don't even know where the fuck the numbers are coming in from anymore, so I don't care. That's how much this fucking coronavirus bullshit has stressed me out. Because I'm having to deal with y'all's panic. I ain't fucking one shred worried about this virus. I walk through this virus like it was nothing. The funky ass fucking looks I get at the store. Because I walk in, I got this big old fucking bushy beard. You can see it over the top of my mask. Even though I'm wearing a full freaking head over mask. Y'all panic and just... Stay away from this guy. Why? Because I'm wearing an American flag? Because I got a look on my face like, motherfucker, you come too damn close to me, I might just kiss you. You know, you're all afraid of nothing. Literally nothing. Because the fucked up funny shit of this is if you fucking drank orange juice in the last week, if you've had an apple since yesterday, if you eat asparagus, if you've had yourself a radish in the last month, if you've had a carrot in the last couple of days, you ain't gotta worry shit one fucking whit about no damn coronavirus. It can't enter your system. There's too much vitamin C in your system. Secondly, if you've had common cold, or SARS, or MERS, and you survived, yes, I have. And if you're like me and you survived, you can't get it. You can't even get sick with it. It won't infect you. I mean, yeah, it'll get into your bloodstream, might get into your body somehow, but your body will recognize it so quickly it'll kill it off. As if there was nothing there. It'll quarantine, capture, and kill it. So, your best options. Get sick. That doesn't mean go and take your happy ass out there and go fucking start licking toilet seats. Your dumb ass is gonna get fucking hepatitis. But if you catch the virus, you're better off for next year. And the year after that, 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 and maybe even the year after that, and the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. Because reality says your immune system has a memory. It's amazing. You know how many times I've had the common cold? The actual diphtheria A cold virus? 2 times in my entire life. Had SARS once. One time. SARS was a screaming hell. I was afraid for my life, and then I wasn't so afraid because I realized, hey, wait a minute. All they did was hand me a canister of fucking Vicks Vapor Rub, said, here, put this on your nose. Give it about 5 minutes, you'll be able to breathe. I was like, what? And they says, yeah. No big deal. And I asked them, well, then, if it's not a big deal, then well, why is everybody panicking over it? And they said, panicking over what? And I said, MERS or SARS or whatever this is. And they said, we're not sure you have that. Tests haven't come back. I took my happy ass home. Got home. They call me up on the phone. Mr. Price, we need you to come back to the hospital because we made a mistake. You tested positive, sir. And I told them, well, then I sure the fuck ain't coming back there now, am I? Hung that phone up. For good reason. And that is because, A, the only treatment they were willing to give me was something I could have gone and done, fucking bought for $5 instead of spending $3,000 to go and fucking sit in an emergency room for the doctor to tell me that he didn't know what the fuck was wrong. It's the same shit, different fucking day here in America. It's just a coronavirus. There are many of them. Millions of them. There are dozens of strains. Dozens. Diphtheria A. Chlamydia. It's an actual fucking coronavirus. You guys just don't know it. Everybody says, oh no, it's a bacteria. No, it's not. The actual STD, chlamydia, that's a type of coronavirus. The difference is that the beta receptors on the outside of the coronavirus, the things that make it get its name, are so profuse that it has to have a large skin, a large dermospore, and therefore that dermospore has to, it's so heavy that it can't get airborne, unlike diphtheria A, which doesn't have so many receptors, but it can get airborne, which means it can infect more people. Doesn't mean that it's more deadly, just means it can infect more people. And chlamydia, well, it can't get airborne, but it can infect and kill if it's not treated. You see the difference here? The more receptive it is, or the more receptors it has, the higher potential it has to kill. Now we look at this new coronavirus and we're like, well, it's kind of like a cross between diphtheria A and freaking MERS, but, not quite such a big virus as something like chlamydia or, what's that other fucking cancer virus? I can't remember. I'm not going to think about it off the top of my head. It's not important. What is important is that y'all understand that there ain't nothing to be afraid of this virus. Ain't no reasons. None. As a matter of fact, if you're on in years or you're too young, more than likely you can survive it. You just need to get the exercise. It's a big daggum thing. I got a cold when I was 3 years old. I hadn't had all my booster shots yet. Think about it for a second. I got diphtheria A when I was about 3 years old. I was looking at death's door. I'm about ready to go and knock on that door when I thought, no, not yet. I ain't done yet. So I got up off my high horse and I went and I had some orange juice and some chicken soup. And guess what? I'm here. I'm alive. I'm 32 fucking years old. Damn near 30 years later, here's this big old scary cold virus. Might be scary for you. I ain't scared at all. In fact, it does nothing to me but pisses me off. Honest to God truth. Before I was looking at what was happening in China, I was like, alright, well, maybe there's some reason to panic. And then I looked at the actual freaking whatchamacallit of it, and I was like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that a cold virus did all this? What? Do these fuckers not have access to oranges or something? Never heard of a fucking banana before? Come on, I thought raspberries were like their national fruit or something. They grow more raspberries in freaking China than they do here in America. I'm not saying some shit, because it's fucking indigenous to this country. Raspberries. Got a question. Is it their high soy diet that is making it like this? Is it that possible? No. I eat a lot of pork, I eat a lot of beef, and I eat a lot of chicken. And them motherfuckers eat that soy. So, anybody ever done food chains before? Wild game. I eat wild game. Matter of fact, that's one of my favorite dishes in the world is rabbit stew. I've gotten into fist fights over rabbit stew. Especially if I'm the one who's making it. Motherfucker, at least I gotta have a bowl. That's it. It's all I'm asking for, just one bowl, but goddammit, don't you fucking cut me off of it. Rabbit stew. My favorite dish in the world. I used to love macaroni and cheese like it was going out of style. Man, I would hardly turn down a thing of mac and cheese right about now, but I tell you what. You wave a thing of rabbit stew up underneath my nose and I'll be like, give me that coney. Coney, coney, coney. I want you to think about it, because wild game. It's normally on an American's menu. Why isn't that we have not seen viruses like this come out of our rabbit stew, possum soup, raccoon a la king, deer kebabs? I'm waiting for a good goddamn explanation, but I ain't found no one. So I gotta ask you questions then. 1. Do you believe the narrative? 2. Do you believe that it is possible, just slightly possible, that there may be another agenda afoot? And if there is, you're going to do your own research and survive this, come around on the other side of it and be like, you motherfuckers owe us. You motherfuckers up there in Congress owe us. Now, I don't know about y'all, but this redneck right here, sitting in this chair, done had enough of the freaking politicians' craps. Done had enough. And I personally, had I the gas and the good fellowship, fuck yeah, I'd lead an army, goddammit. Right up to freaking Washington doorstep. Because I done had enough of this shit, and I'm sure y'all have too. This is utter bullshit. Goddamn fucking spiked a football in the end zone there. Call her a day. That's a goal. Is bullshit. Plain and simple. Dr. Falsely freaking Mein Trumpf. Trump. Yeah, dude, you lost me at fucking take the guns first, due process second. After all of that, it was just hot wind. I used to have faith in your ass. Now, I wouldn't fucking put a fillet knife in it. It just ain't worth it. Just ain't worth it. Man, if I fucked this country up half as bad as you done. Half as bad as the motherfuckers that you have in Congress have done. My ass would be dragged through the fucking streets, buck-ass naked, behind the fucking world's fastest vehicle. And you know it. I got a question for the rest of y'all dumb motherfuckers. Seem to think you know what's going on, and you just you've got to be in control. Governors. You know what I've seen? Whole lot of no control over your mouths. Man, you guys are bumping your gums together so much, I'm wondering here to hell, why the hell everybody's clapping? Oh wait, that was your gums smacking together, I'm sorry. I got a question for you. Why'd your dentures fall out? I'm sorry, I had to. I had to. Y'all motherfuckers keep on chomping at the bit and talking shit to us and saying you can't and you don't have the right and you ain't good and you can't know and you no and you not. And you know what I say to that? Bully. One straight out of old Teddy Roosevelt's freaking little bag of tricks. Bully. Y'all, despicable. I've seen less unfortunate looks at a pile of dog shit crowding a living room rug. Y'all need to be freaking literally run out by the freaking short and curlies. Carried out on a rail and dumped into a vat of tar. Upon which point in time you are helped out and quickly drenched in a fucking feather pillow. Plain and simple. That used to happen in this country to folks who were like you. They'd be dragged out by their freaking short and curlies, and I mean that. They would literally come up, grab them by the sack, and make them stand on tiptoes while they're sitting there going, as somebody shoves a rail up under their ass, hooks them up on top of their shoulder, and runs the fuck out the front door. Hoorah! I'd love to see that shit for fucking sure. Because every last one of you stupid sons of bitches, every last one of you stubborn motherfuckers, you deserves it. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. I have the right to defend that life. Motherfucker, if you try and stop me, you're going to be the one who gets hurt. Right to life. And defend that life. Right to liberty. A responsibility to stand for it. The right to pursuit of happiness. And a right and responsibility at the same to march over the bloody fucking carcass of any motherfucker that tries to stop that. That's what it means to be American. You don't like it? Get out of my country. And nobody is stopping you. Take your happy ass, all your shit, and leave. Ain't nobody stopping you. Take your happy ass and leave. For the rest of y'alls, thank you for being so smart as to sit till the end. Because you taters are what we're here for. Plain and simple. The smart fellers. The folks who got some brains between them two little holes there and the space between them. However small they might be. I'm giving you shit. I just giving you shit. We all know y'all folks are smart. Real smart. And that's why you even here. That's why you come to me, because you know, hey, I talk with a funny ass accent, but I'm really fucking intelligent. And it's because of my intelligence that I try to help folks. I try to help y'all see what you need to know. All right? Things like use weeds. They're not really weeds. They're food, medicine, and clothing. Believe it or don't. A lot of them things that you see out there in the middle of your yard, those are food, medicine, clothing. You can make your own thread. You can make your own freaking morphinol out of a plant that's out there. You can make your own cold remedies with dandelions. You can use valerian, which actually grows readily right in your yard. It's that thing that looks like prickly lettuce but has the red stem. It's called valerian. That's where volume comes from the root, little bottom part of that plant. You know, there's 1,000,001 uses for everything that is in your yard, whether or not you planted it. And if you planted it, there should be a lot more uses than just the one. I mean, look at it to you this way. If you have like slippery elm trees, it's antiseptic. The bark is antiseptic. It's antimicrobial. The bark itself can be shed off and it's waterproof. The buds from those trees, from slippery elm, is a very potent antibiotic. Very potent. It can make you sick if you eat too much. You just take the part of the stick that's got a little tiny bud off the end of it and break that open, shred back the bark, sit there and chew on the stick. Works. That's slippery elm. Eucalyptus. Now there are eucalyptus trees all across the West Coast, all across freaking the left coast. Sorry, the left coast. Left hand, left coast. Anyways, there are eucalyptus trees all across the left coast. And you can utilize eucalyptus leaves, sticks, branches, twigs, bark, gumdrops to make eucalyptol or Vicks 44 Vapor Rub. Pretty much same shit. Oh, Jesus. Lord, help me, save me now. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Anyways, so as it were about, yeah, everything that grows up in your yard, even if you did not plant it there, has a use. Native Americans did not allow plants to grow that were extremely toxic and had no use. They did not allow plants to grow that were mildly toxic and had no use. Even poison ivy had its uses. It sectioned off different homes from other tribes. You know, different lands from different tribes were sectioned off by large runs of poison ivy. Now, it's not the case anymore. You go out there in the woods and you'll find poison ivy growing everywhere just like kind of willy-nilly. It used to be that they grew in rows and hedges around things like Labrador tea, which they made very important about. All right, now oleander is not indigenous to America, something that people don't tell you. Oleander is indigenous to the British Isles.